India's oldest mountain range is being destroyed, but not by accident and not openly. It is happening under the label of being eco friendly. Stay till the end because this affects your air, your water, and your future more than you think. This is the Aravalli range, older than the Himalayas, and today there is a fight over a simple question: what even counts as the Aravalli Hills? Because the answer decides who can mine, build, and profit. First, let's understand one word: greenwashing. Greenwashing means making something look environmentally friendly without actually protecting the nature, like advertising a factory as a green because it planted trees while polluting air and water behind the scenes. This branding is green, but the damage is real. Now, here is why this matters. The Aravalli Hills act as a natural shield. They slow down desert expansion, recharge groundwater, and reduce dust storms. They quietly protect cities like Delhi, Gurugram, and Jaipur. When the Aravallis weaken, cities will suffer. Over the years, mining, quarrying, roads, and real estate projects have expanded in this region. India needs stone and minerals for development. That part is true. But the real question is not development versus environmental. It's honest development versus greenwashing. It is about sustainable development and sustainable mining. Many projects here are presented as sustainable. Green walls are announced, tree plantations are promised. The word eco friendly appears everywhere, but here is the uncomfortable truth. You cannot reliably replace ancient hills and forests with plantation stripes. On the ground, hills are cut, forests disappear, groundwater level drop because natural recharge systems are damaged. Dust increases, worsening air quality across Delhi and Haryana. The visuals tell a different story than the promises. In November, the Supreme Court stepped in. It paused fresh mining leases until a sustainable mining plan is created. But mining of so called critical minerals continues. The court also accepted a definition that could exclude nearly 90% of the hills from protection, and that's where confusion begins. We have created a separate video on the Supreme Court ruling on this topic, so you can check this on our channel. What counts as the Arabli is not publicly clear. Different definitions lead to different outcomes. Without transparency, people are forced to trust one version over another, and trust is already low because air pollution and environmental enforcement have failed before. Mining brings revenue to states, and that creates a conflict of interest. Enforcement is weak. Authorities fear illegal mining if bans are strict, but the cost of shifted elsewhere to water shortages, polluted air, and long term damage. This is not a distant issue. If you live in or near North India, this affects your water supply, your air quality, your heat levels in summer. Environmental damage does not stay on the hills, it travels to cities also. Greenwashing is dangerous because it delays real solutions. It creates the illusion of action while damaging continues quietly. The planet cannot afford delays, excuses, or green lies. Real protection needs clear definitions, public data, independent monitoring, and honesty about trade offs. Tree plantations should support protection, not replace it. You cannot rebuild ancient hills with slogans. Development is necessary, but when green claims replace green actions, the cost is paid by nature and by us.